Hey Sagittarius, so I am doing a reading for you for the full moon in Capricorn we have coming up, okay? So before I started your video, I was getting a lot of truths are going to be coming to you, right? A lot of I don't think it's things you even had like question of. I feel like you already knew, like I feel like the High Priestess card here. I feel like you already knew these things, right? But I feel like it's like the confirmation as to like what's really been happening like around you, like with people, with scenarios, right? Like I feel like, say like this energy had been happening like, it started 6 months ago, right? During Capricorn season. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself. Ooh, I'm getting serious. This is something I feel like started in January about Capricorn new moon, right? And I feel like everything that was like started, initiated, it's all coming like full circle for you here, right? Anything that was hidden, Sagittarius, I feel like you have like a full, clear perspective, like scope. Anything that you had a question about, like it's being answered for you. Like it's all being shown, right? And I feel like the reason why it's coming out now, it's almost like a push for you. It's like a push to go ahead and get started as to like what it is like you're feeling in your heart to like go ahead and do, right? Like I feel like you have a goal, a plan that you've been working on in the back of your mind, right? I feel like you've been kind of like intellectualizing it first, like getting your ducks in a row. Like if I'm going to start this project, I have to do A, B, and C first. And when A, B, and C is finished, like then I can move on, right? And I feel like these truths that are coming out, it's like a flashlight, right? I feel like you have like a huge flashlight just like shining on everything. And I feel like this is like a whole push forward. It's like, see, this was just a stepping stone, right? This was just a stepping stone so I can get to where it is that I'm actually really wanting to be, where I feel like I'm supposed to be, right? So let's get into the cards here for you today, okay? There's going to be a lot of doors opening for you. A lot of doors. 9 of Cups. Yeah, you have a wish fulfillment coming in. I feel like you're putting to bed, you're putting to rest like everything it is that that doesn't fit in these cups, right? Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. Sagittarius. I told you, you have something so big coming up. And I feel like there is a little bit of this negative backsplash, right? But I feel like it's not even like the really realness that you're going to be going through. Like that's just like literally a push so you can start moving into like the positive direction here, okay? You have so many good things coming up for you. So many good things. After you're walking away here, we have the 8 of Cups. Yeah. It's literally just about like leaving behind what's not for you and going towards like the direction and the things and the blessings and the beautiful things that are. We have Judgment and the 10 of Wands. Yes. I feel like the stuff that you've been carrying around that you're walking away from, like there has been a judgment call made, right? I feel like these are all like the truths, everything that you've been collecting, and I feel like you're releasing it, you're letting it go. Because I feel like it's been like weighing you down so heavy. It's added so much baggage to your little buggy here that like, I don't think you had planned for this journey, right? I feel like there's a lot of like releasing. You could have a lot of like Scorpio, Sagittarius placements that are like together. It's like very, like you're going through like a huge transformational start. Like whatever was in the past, like will no longer be, right? Like you're going towards a whole new direction. And I feel like you're doing it lightly. You're not taking like all the fuss, all the baggage with you. You're just letting that go here. King of Pentacles. You could be dealing with the King of Pentacles here. It could have been a King of Pentacles character that that you were dealing with. You could also be this King of Pentacles here. Okay, what is this Nine of Cups? We have the World, the Sun, and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like, okay, very heavily, like there is an ending. There is definitely an ending here for you, right? And it's like, here comes the sun. Na, 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 na. And it's like you're ending everything. Like it has to do with like people connections. Like anybody that was just like sitting around like watching you as you're up here like working, like you're down here working, right? These people are just like standing by and watching you, right? Anything involving people, like a team, a group effort. Like I feel like you're seeing everything in this group dynamic so clearly. Everything's coming to light, right? And I feel like it's all coming full circle. That's the beautiful thing. Like once you start an energy, it always circles back to you, right? Karmic returns can be so beautiful, or it can make your life so rotten depending on the energy you've been participating in, Sagittarius, right? That's the beautiful thing. Everything always comes back full circle, right? Oh, the magic of karma. All right, what is this Wheel of Fortune? We have the Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. We have two fours here, so we do have a lot of healing. I feel like you've been holding back from an establishment, a home situation here. I feel like you've almost like felt like trapped here, right? Six of Wands. I feel like whatever you were holding back from, like you were having to do it like so that you can get to like the others. Like I feel like you knew what your end goal was, and I feel like you knew it was going to be a success here, right? But I feel like you were holding yourself back from it just a little bit here. I feel like you knew you were kind of at the, like the bottom of this Wheel of Fortune here, scratching my nose. And then all like you're just like waiting like your turn for so you can jump onto that next little step right there, right? I feel like you were almost like stabilizing yourself and holding, like keeping yourself together here so that you could get to like this next point, right? You didn't want to just be like jumping on, you know, jumping at any opportunity, like just the next opportunity. No, like I feel like you have been like very patiently like gathering your materials, making sure everything was as it needed to be so that you could get on this next leg of your journey here, right? Because I feel like it feels big. Like it feels like it's going to be something like worth it, right? What is it that you're walking away from here, Sagittarius? We have the Hermit. Two of Pentacles. I feel like you've been putting yourself in like almost like self-isolation, right? I feel like you've been like literally balancing out your own energy. I feel like during all of like the chaos, like the movement of back and forth, because I feel like you've been a very heavily like push back and forth here. I feel you were putting yourself in like a self-isolation mode, right? I feel like you literally were just making sure you were balanced, that you can't be easily swayed from this direction to the next. Like I feel like you've literally just been stabilizing yourself here. Two of Cups. We have two twos. You could be in a partnership here. Where it felt like you were very much alone, right? You could have been like very heavily in something where it takes two, right? And I'm guessing you felt very much alone. It felt less like a partnership and more like just you. And I feel like you're walking away from that here. Where it was supposed to be like a group or a team effort, I feel like you've just been like working alone, right? Or at least that's how you were feeling. But you're getting away from that here. And we also have the Judgment. You have the Judgment card with the King of Wands. You could be dealing with the King of Wands here. The Star. Yeah, you could be dealing with the King of Wands here. Anything involving this person, like, I feel like you're transmuting the energy. Like, you're cleaning it up, you're clearing it up, you're healing it, right? You're healing it. Let's get one more card for the stack. The Lovers, yeah. I feel like in this partnership where you were feeling alone, I feel like Judgment Day is coming, right? I feel like Judgment Day has happened on this connection. Where I feel like a lot of the energy was like up in the air. So you have a lot of up in the air cards. I feel like you didn't really know where things were landing, right? But I feel like that's coming to like an end. Like where there was confusion, where things were just here or there. I feel like that's coming to an end, right? I feel like that's like any of the questions that you had, like it's being answered. Everything's being healed for you, right? What is this Ten of Wands? I feel like somebody was being very stubborn here. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Somebody was being very stubborn. They weren't taking any action. I feel like they were just kind of like sitting on the sideline, right? Like just like watching, being an onlooker here. Where it's like, hey, can you help me carry all these bags that we pulled in together? Like, I feel like somebody was just kind of like watching you like do this alone, right? Let's get one more card. Eight of Swords, yeah. Somebody was just like watching, just, you know. I feel like wherever you were feeling like stuck, right? I feel like you were feeling very stuck, very weighed down. It's almost like you needed to take this pause so you can have like a growth moment, right? So you can see yourself more clearly. So you could take a look at yourself more clearly and see like what it is that's keeping you stuck. What each one of these birds means. That's like keeping you in one position, right? And as you were like being stuck, being still, being stagnant, I feel like people were just like covering you in like manure, right? Like a whole bunch of bullshit. But I feel like all of that like mess is what's allowing you to like be like fertilized, right? It's helping you grow. Like all of that, like I feel like no matter what was like piled on top of you here, like without it, like you would not have been able to like grow this much. You would not have been able to like reach the necessary like levels, right? And I feel like whatever's like coming in for you, it's like, well, at least it wasn't as bad as this situation. Like I feel like you have like this like mecca of like hugeness in your life that like really like tore you down, really broke your heart, and you were able to like get yourself back up here, right? I feel like you've been standing on your own 2 feet. And I feel like whatever's coming in, it's like, well, that can't touch me. Like I've already been through this. I've done this, like this situation, like that's not going to tear me down. Like that's like the least of like my worries, the least of the things that I've been through, the least of the things I've experienced, right? I feel like you're realizing that like no matter what the bullshit is, like being piled up to the top here, like I'm growing, I'm changing. Like nothing can like suffocate me. Like nothing can keep me down, right? Everything is for like a growth opportunity here. What is this King of Pentacles? 4 of Swords. The Moon. I feel like you're doing a lot of like meditation work. I feel like that's where you're finding your abundance at. When you're in like meditation, when you're in like a rest state, right? 7 of Cups, yeah. I feel like where somebody had been like sleeping on you and like thinking all these things and like you have hidden motives and stuff. Could have been this King of Pentacles here. Like, I feel like people were like painting like illusion around you, right? I feel like people were just literally almost like lying on you, right? Literally. Like, I feel like where that was that energy, like, I feel like it's all being healed, right? Let's get one more card out for you here on what you can do to heal this energy. Write a gratitude list. Stay thankful, stay grateful. Like, even though you have all of this like crap going on, like literally like focus on the good. Focus on the things that like, I said 1551. Focus on the things that that are going good. Like, you don't have to focus on like everything else that people are like shoving at you, right? Like, it's just in the energy. And you're going through this right now because like you have like to get to like the great beautiful things, like you have to get through like the dark hard stuff first, right? And I feel like the more that you focus on like the good and the great coming in for you, because it's gonna come in, right? Like the bad stuff's just a part of the energy. So I feel like as long as you're staying like grateful and staying with yourself and staying present, I feel like you can get through this so easily. Like, focus on the good in the situation. Transmute the energy instead of like going home and like harping on all the bad, right? Just stay grateful for all of the things, even the bad things. Stay grateful because it's all a learning process. All right, Sagittarius, have a great day, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Bye.